Welcome to this new chapter of our journey through James Allen's timeless work, As a Man Thinketh. Today, we explore Chapter 3, titled, Effect of Thought on Health and the Body. This chapter is not just about wellness. It's about awareness. It's about discovering that the most powerful force shaping your health isn't always external, it's internal. It's your thoughts. So take a deep breath. Not just to settle your body, but to prepare your mind. Because what you're about to hear is not theory. It is the silent reality behind every heartbeat, every breath, and every cell in your body. James Allen begins with a bold truth. He says, the body is the servant of the mind. This is not metaphor. This is not a feel-good quote. This is a law, just as gravity is a law. Your body, in every moment, is obeying the instructions whispered by your thoughts. Let's pause and really feel that. We've been trained to think health is about calories, exercise, genetics, or medication. And yes, all of those matter. But beneath them, deeper than diet and stronger than supplements, lies something far more influential, the atmosphere of your inner world. Imagine this: every time you think a fearful thought, your body tenses. Every time you dwell in worry, your digestion slows. Every time you judge or resent someone, your nervous system tightens. You don't even need to speak those thoughts out loud. The body is already listening. It is already reacting. And not just once. Not just during moments of crisis. But all day long, quietly, subtly, consistently, your body mirrors the emotional temperature of your thinking. James Allen understood something most people still overlook, that sickness is not always an external attack. Often, it's an internal surrender, where stress, resentment, fear, or guilt have slowly worn down the body from the inside. He writes, disease and health, like circumstances, are rooted in thought. Let that settle. This doesn't mean your thoughts are to blame for every ache or illness. But it does mean your thoughts are a constant influence, either contributing to vitality or draining it. Thoughts are not neutral. They are biochemical messengers. Think about the people you know. Some seem to glow, not because of their diet or skin care, but because their thoughts are clear, kind, calm. Others look tired, tense, or prematurely aged, not because of time, but because of the weight they carry mentally. And the body doesn't lie. Allen calls the body a faithful servant. It doesn't resist. It doesn't question. It just follows. So if the mind gives it peace, it relaxes. If the mind gives it chaos, it reacts. If the mind gives it love, it begins to heal. Let's not forget, every cell in your body is intelligent. And that intelligence is not just biological, it's spiritual. It receives instruction from your most repeated thoughts. Now imagine the kind of health you could invite. If your thoughts were intentional. If they were anchored in hope, in peace, in courage, in kindness. Imagine what could happen if your mind stopped attacking your body. And started blessing it. You see, your body is not the problem. It's the result. A reflection of the beliefs you carry, the emotions you recycle, the stories you keep telling yourself. And the good news? You can change those thoughts. Starting today. So as we begin this chapter together, I invite you not just to listen, but to reflect. What are you feeding your body, not through food, but through thought? Are your daily thoughts healing, or harming? Because as James Allen reminds us, man will continue to have impure and poisoned blood, so long as he continues to breathe the poisonous atmosphere of impure thoughts. This chapter isn't about fear. It's about awakening. It's about reclaiming your power. Because when you begin to master your thoughts, you begin to master your health. Not through force, but through alignment. In the parts that follow, we'll go deeper into how specific thoughts impact the body, how anxiety, resentment, and fear can break it down. And how calmness, joy, and integrity can renew it from the inside out. But for now, let this be your foundation: you are not helpless. Your body is not broken. It is listening. And it is waiting. for better thoughts. Now that we've awakened to the truth, that the body obeys the mind, we must look deeper into how this obedience manifests, especially when our thoughts are not serving us. Because while it's easy to talk about positive thinking, it's far more common to fall into negative thought patterns. And James Allen doesn't shy away from the truth: if you would perfect your body, guard your mind. Guard it. Why? Because impure thoughts, such as envy, hatred, jealousy, fear, or anxiety, do not just exist in the mind like harmless smoke. They become a chemical storm inside the body. Let's understand this biologically, emotionally, and spiritually. When you entertain fear, even just for a moment, your body goes into defense mode. The heart beats faster. The breath shortens. Muscles tighten. Blood flow is redirected away from digestion and immunity. It's survival mode. Now, this reaction is useful if you're running from danger. But most of us aren't running from wild animals. We're running from our own thoughts. From imagined scenarios. From past regrets. From what-ifs and should-haves and why me. And this constant activation, this chronic emotional noise, becomes the very root of disease. James Allen writes that impure thoughts crystallize into habits of drunkenness, which saps the vitality. But even beyond alcohol or outward vices, think of the inner intoxication. The way anger can blur your vision, the way guilt can drain your energy, the way resentment can eat away at your peace like rust on iron. You don't have to speak these thoughts aloud. You don't even have to act on them. The body already knows. It feels every thought, processes every belief, reacts to every mental rehearsal of pain, shame, or fear. And this is where many of us suffer without realizing it. We go to doctors looking for solutions. We try diets, pills, workouts, supplements. But we don't always ask the deeper question: what is my mind doing to my body, silently, daily, relentlessly? Allen gives us a powerful line here: thought is the fount of action, life, and manifestation. Make the fountain pure, and all will be pure. He's not just being poetic. He's being precise. If your source, your inner mental environment, is polluted, the results will be polluted too. Let's break it down with a simple metaphor. Imagine you're growing a garden. The soil is your body. The seeds are your thoughts. If you plant bitter seeds, you cannot expect sweet fruit. If you water the soil with poison, even the best sunlight won't help. And yet, this is what we do. We want peace, but feed on gossip. We want confidence, but think self-defeating thoughts. We want joy, but relive our pain over and over in our minds. James Allen knew that no exercise routine could outmatch the power of habitual inner tension. He recognized that the true beginning of healing is not in motion, but in mental stillness. And so he challenges us: a sour face does not come by chance, it is made by sour thoughts. Pause there. Let that line really land. Your very face, your expression, your wrinkles, your glow or dullness, is not random. It's been slowly carved by repeated thoughts. Have you noticed how peaceful people often have a soft gaze? How joyful people seem to carry light in their eyes? How bitter people carry a permanent scowl, even when silent? This is the body reflecting the long history of the mind. The muscles memorize the mood. The breath memorizes the fear. The face memorizes the story. This isn't philosophy. This is psychology, physiology, and spirituality, all in one. So ask yourself, what has my body memorized from my thoughts? And more importantly, what do I want it to remember from now on? In the next part, we'll explore how a pure and calm mind brings about natural vitality, strength, and even physical beauty, not through force, but through alignment with the laws of inner harmony. But before we move ahead, take this with you: every thought matters. And negative thinking is not just a mental burden. It is a physical attack, slow, subtle, and completely under your control. The body is innocent. The mind is the master. As we've seen, negative thoughts quietly wear down the body. But the mind holds another power, a healing power, that's just as real, just as constant, and far more liberating. James Allen tells us, strong, pure, and happy thoughts build up the body in vigor and grace. Let's reflect on that. When your mind is calm, your breath deepens. When your thoughts are kind, your heartbeat softens. When your soul feels gratitude, the tension in your jaw, your shoulders, your stomach, it begins to melt. This isn't imaginary. It's physiological. Peace is a kind of medicine. You may have felt this intuitively before, a moment of deep forgiveness that left you feeling lighter. A walk in nature that calmed your racing thoughts and slowed your pulse. A sudden moment of clarity, where you realized, the thing you were carrying wasn't yours anymore. This is the body responding to the energy of clarity. To the power of pure thought. Allen reminds us that purity of mind isn't about morality in the narrow sense. It's about clarity, calmness, integrity. It's about refusing to harbor destructive emotions, not for others, but for your own well-being. Because harboring anger is like drinking poison and hoping someone else suffers. It's your body that holds the tension. It's your cells that pay the price. But here's the hope. Just as negative thoughts damage the body, positive, calm, pure thoughts rebuild it. He writes, the body is delicate, yet plastic. It responds readily to the thoughts by which it is impressed. Plastic. Think about that word. It means moldable, adaptable, changeable. You are not fixed. Your health is not frozen. Your body is always listening, always adjusting to the tone of your inner voice. Let's take a moment here. Imagine you begin each morning with gratitude instead of complaints. You focus your mind not on fear, but on what is working. You speak to yourself kindly, encouragingly. You forgive, again and again, not because others deserve it, but because your body deserves peace. Now project that forward. What would happen in 30 days? 90 days? A year of thought discipline, of inner gentleness, of mental sunlight? Would your energy rise? Would your sleep deepen? Would your face soften? Would your immunity strengthen? Science says yes. Spiritual teachings say yes. And James Allen knew this truth long before modern research confirmed it. He saw the connection. That your outer glow is a reflection of your inner climate. He says, a clean life and a pure mind make for a strong and well body. Notice the sequence, clean life, pure mind, strong body. Most people try to fix the outer layer without touching the source. But when your thoughts are balanced, your health begins to reflect it automatically. This is why you'll find monks, sages, and spiritually attuned individuals often look ageless. They carry no mental clutter. Their energy is not leaking into fear or envy or drama. Their bodies, in turn, remain light, sometimes even radiant. This is not magic. This is alignment. It's what happens when the nervous system isn't being hijacked every day by scattered, chaotic thinking. When the breath flows freely. When the heart isn't clenched by worry. When your posture reflects dignity, and your voice comes from a place of truth. All this starts with thought. And here lies the great responsibility: you cannot blame your circumstances forever. You cannot hope that medicine or luck or a vacation will undo what your mind is doing daily. But also, you don't have to live as a prisoner. You don't need a perfect life to feel healthy. You just need a clearer mind, one that speaks to the body, not against it. As Allen gently teaches, change of diet will not help a man who will not change his thoughts. Powerful, isn't it? We try to fix the leaves, while the root remains poisoned. But the moment you begin nourishing your thoughts, with truth, with love, with calmness, your body begins to bloom again. And so, in the next part, we'll look even deeper into the relationship between mental calm and physical strength. And explore how stillness is not weakness, but the foundation of vibrant life. But before we go there, remember this: peace is not a luxury. It is a decision. And it is the most affordable medicine your body will ever receive. So far, we've explored how negative thoughts weaken the body, and how pure, peaceful thoughts begin to heal it. But now, we enter the power zone of the mind. Calmness. James Allen gives it special attention, not as a passive trait, but as an active force. He writes, "Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom." Pause for a moment and let that settle. In a world that celebrates speed and noise, calmness is a rare gem. It is not weakness. It is not lack of passion. It is the still power of a disciplined soul. And here's the truth Allen brings us: the person who can remain calm under pressure, who doesn't react in panic, who doesn't let outer storms shake their inner roots, that person is strong. Not just mentally, but physically. Let's understand why. When you are calm, your nervous system enters what science now calls the rest and repair mode. Your body can heal. Your cells regenerate. Your digestion improves. Your blood pressure lowers. Your hormones balance. It's not a vague idea. It's measurable biology. Allen doesn't use modern medical terms, but his understanding is ancient and eternal. A man becomes calm in the measure that he understands himself as a thought-evolved being. Meaning. The more you realize your life is shaped by thought, not luck, not fate, the more peace you claim. And the more peace you claim, the stronger you become. Let's picture it. Two people face the same difficulty. One reacts with panic, fear, blame, their body tenses, their energy drains. The other pauses, reflects, breathes, their heart remains steady, their body stays strong. Who is healthier? Who is more powerful? Who is more in control? Calmness is not just emotional intelligence, it is physical resilience. James Allen teaches us that a calm person is like a shade-giving tree in a thirsty land. Just think about that image. When you are calm, you don't just help yourself. You become a source of shelter, of grounding, for others. People trust you. They draw strength from you. Your very presence is healing. And how do you become this? Not by pretending. Not by suppressing emotions. But by training the mind to return again and again to stillness. This is where the real work happens. Daily thought checks. Quiet reflection. Letting go of grudges before they embed themselves into your muscles. Breathing deeply when your instinct is to react quickly. Choosing silence over sarcasm. Choosing clarity over chaos. These are not small acts. They are acts of power. They are how the mind tells the body, I am safe. I am centered. You can relax now. And the body listens. Your immune system listens. Your heart listens. Your very cells listen. Calmness, in this way, becomes a strategy for vitality. Not laziness. Not detachment. But grounded mastery. Allen makes a subtle but profound point: self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. What a line. Let's break it down. Self-control is strength, because those who can hold themselves in alignment do not get pulled by every external wave. Right thought is mastery, because when your thinking is accurate and clean, your actions follow suit. Calmness is power, because nothing, truly nothing, is stronger than a still mind in a loud world. This is what the great sages, leaders, healers, and visionaries have always known. True strength is not in force. It is in centeredness. And it begins with how you respond, not to the world, but to your own thoughts. As we approach the final parts of this chapter, we'll dive into the ripple effects, how your mental habits not only shape your health but your circumstances, your destiny, even your relationships. But for now, reflect on this: if your calmness could be felt like a vibration. What kind of frequency are you living in today? And what kind of frequency do you want to broadcast tomorrow? As we continue to explore, we arrive at a deeper understanding, one that merges thought with manifestation. James Allen takes us further when he says, the thought is the germ of the act, and the act is the germ of the habit, and the habit is the germ of the character, and the character is the germ of the destiny. So let's follow this path backward for a moment. Your destiny, your health, your success, your relationships, and your physical vitality, is not an accident. It is a direct result of the habits you form. And your habits? They are a reflection of your repeated actions. But here's where the power lies: your actions are born from your thoughts. Your habits grow from repeated mental patterns, and in turn, your thoughts shape your body. This is the power of thought in its most practical sense. When we understand this, we begin to realize, you are actively creating your health. Every thought, whether conscious or unconscious, is a silent architect shaping your well-being. But here's where it gets even more fascinating: your thoughts are not only building your character. They are building your physical form. You see, the body and the mind are deeply connected, not just emotionally, but physiologically. Every thought has a corresponding physical effect. Negative thoughts bring tension, as we've seen. But positive thoughts, they relax, they renew, they heal. When you think thoughts of peace, your muscles release, your posture straightens, your skin glows, and your heart beats slower and steadier. When you think thoughts of anger, your body tightens, your jaw clenches, and your pulse spikes. Allen speaks about this transformation when he says, thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, thoughts of kindness, thoughts of courage, these thoughts are building your body into a healthy, beautiful form. So, let's imagine a different kind of life. What if, for just a few minutes every day, you focused purely on positive thoughts? Not forced or fake optimism, but true thoughts of gratitude, joy, and compassion. What if you began each day with a few minutes of thinking, I am strong. I am healthy. I am capable of greatness. My body is rejuvenating. I am healing and becoming whole. How would your body respond? We already know the body listens. It remembers your thoughts. And just like the mind shapes the body also reflects back to the mind its condition. It's a feedback loop. So, what does your body reflect back to you today? Is it vitality? Is it ease? Or is it discomfort, tension, and dis-ease? Think about it, every act of self-care starts with the mind. You cannot consistently eat well, sleep well, or exercise well if your thoughts don't support these behaviors. But the opposite is true as well. When you believe in your ability to be healthy, your actions become aligned with that belief. It's not about force. It's about mental alignment. The clearer your mind, the more effortlessly your body follows suit. The more you release toxic mental clutter, the more your body releases the toxic physical clutter. Think of it as a clearing. A garden that becomes lush and vibrant when it is cared for. The body, like the garden, will always respond to the nourishment of positive, clear thoughts. Allen, in his wisdom, reminds us, a pure thought never makes a diseased body, a pure thought never makes a weary soul. This is the secret. Not just to health, but to a rich, abundant life. Where the mind is free, the body is free. Where there is peace in the mind, there is ease in the body. But there's something deeper we must acknowledge. The moment we stop blaming external circumstances for our health and well-being, we begin to take full ownership of our lives. And in doing so, we step into a transformational power. You are no longer a victim to the world around you. You are the creator of your own reality, starting with your thoughts. Your thoughts create your actions, your habits, your body, and your destiny. Are you ready to take back control? Are you ready to become the person who chooses peace in every moment, regardless of the chaos? Because when you do, you will witness a radical transformation. You will become not only a healthier person, but a wiser, more empowered soul. And this, my friend, is the path to your true strength. As we come to the conclusion of this chapter, it's time to reflect on what we've truly learned. You are not merely a body. You are a mind, a spirit, a force of life. And everything you are, your health, your vitality, your sense of well-being, begins with one thing, your thoughts. James Allen challenges us to step into a place of personal mastery. The mastery of our own minds. the mastery of our own thoughts. And as we've discovered in this chapter, that mastery directly influences the health of our bodies. Alan puts it beautifully when he says, "The body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they be deliberate or unconscious." What does this mean? It means that your body is always responding to your thoughts, whether you're consciously aware of them or not. If you think thoughts of fear, doubt, and hatred, your body will begin to mirror that internal state, with tension, pain, illness. But if you think thoughts of peace, love, and vitality, your body will respond in kind, with health, relaxation, strength. It's a simple, yet profound truth: you are the creator of your experience. This is where true mastery lies, not in controlling external circumstances, but in controlling your thoughts. The physical world often feels like a place we can't control. Illness, stress, aging, they all seem to happen to us. But Alan teaches us that what we think and believe about these things shapes our experience of them. We are not powerless. We are not victims. We are the architects of our destiny. Alan continues, "Men do not attract that which they want, but that which they are." Think about that. We don't attract what we want in life. We attract what we are. And who we are is defined by our mental state, our thoughts, our internal world. If you want a body that is vibrant and healthy, you must start by becoming a person who believes in health. If you want peace, you must become peace, from the inside out. This is the real secret of the law of attraction, the real secret of health and well-being. It's not about positive thinking alone. It's about aligning your inner world, your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, with the reality you wish to create. Your thoughts create your inner environment. Your inner environment influences your outer environment. And when you are aligned, mind, body, and spirit, you will attract health, peace, and vitality in ways that seem effortless. This mastery is available to you right now. You don't need to wait for the perfect circumstances. You don't need to wait for the right diet or the perfect fitness plan. What you need to do is begin, right this moment, to align your thoughts with the health you seek. It all starts with the most simple and yet most profound action: choose your thoughts wisely. Every moment, you have the power to choose. When you begin to think more clearly, more calmly, more positively, your body begins to respond. Your cells begin to resonate with the new frequency you set. And, over time, you will see that your body transforms, just as your mind does. Alan closes this chapter with a powerful message: as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So, who are you becoming? What are the thoughts you are allowing to shape your destiny? If you want to be strong, peaceful, and healthy, begin with your mind. Begin with the thoughts you are feeding yourself. And let those thoughts shape your destiny. Let them transform your body. Because, in the end, your thoughts are your greatest wealth. They are the wealth that shapes your health, your body, your future, and your life. If you found this chapter insightful and empowering, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share this video with others who may benefit from this wisdom, and subscribe for more transformative content from As a Man Thinketh. Join us on this journey to better health, stronger minds, and a more abundant life. And remember, take control of your thoughts today. Start shaping your destiny right now.